Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps, how's it going you sexy bitches? Peter fucking Joseph here once again for video number 2 on your Fatal 4-Way Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. February the 11th, 2024. Thank you all for watching once again right here on the main channel, Killer Demon 669. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below inside of my goddamn pants on this channel and my other channels, which are down there, you know what they are, in the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You gotta be real. If you're not, go fuck yourself. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, because if you do, you're pretty much like the Chiefs, SOL, and you know what that means. Ha! And, pretty much it for that. And, is this your first time watching? Well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one. You know, we got some cookies, we got some beer, we got a lot of stuff here for the Super Bowl. We're not here, I'm not going to show it because we don't have it here. You know, going to a party, but, you know, so you're not invited. But it is what it is. But that's all that. But sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And if you like it, good. Smash that like button, stick it straight up the wahoo. And subscribe to this channel, my other channels as well. Leave a comment, but be respectful about it. If not, you're out of here. You don't like that, kiss my Niner ass. And I don't know, that's pretty much it. You don't like it? Too bad. Let me move on with that. Alright, video number 2 on your Fatal 4-Way Super Bowl Sunday. Got my predictions coming up for the Super Bowl. Coming up pretty quickly, and we'll see what happens with that as we move on. Because I gotta get out of here pretty quickly. Probably about the next 45 minutes to an hour. So, we got all that. And we move on with that. Big game coming up in about 2 hours from now. So, pretty much I'll be at my Super Bowl party pretty much in due time. Before the game, I'll be there by 6 o'clock, so I'll be fine. Because where I'm going is pretty much an hour away, so it is what it is. By the time I actually get there, the game will be starting, so. But I'll be there really quick, because I'll be out of here pretty soon, so. Want to really quickly get to video number 2, right here on the Killer Demons channel. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, sports, or anything else I want to talk about. And if you like it, like I said, good. If you don't, get out of here. Go fuck yourself. And that's that. We move on. Alright. As the title below says, it is time for your late and added date. And we returned last week, but we're doing it again this week. It is time for your late and added date TNA Impact Wrestling review for February the 8th, this past Thursday night, 2024. And we are emanating from the Osceola Heritage Park in Kissimmee, Florida. No, not at the Impact Zone. It's somewhere in Florida. Not at Universal Studios or anything like that. Universal's in Orlando. We're in Kissimmee, which is a little ways away. But it is what it is. Not that far from Orlando, pretty much. I've been there, too. It's Kissimmee, Florida, but we all call it Kissimmee. Kissimmee, Florida. Alright, so the new TNA continues on. As we are on the road to No Surrender, which I think is next week. I don't know when it is, but in any case, got a big show. Alex Shelley is getting ready for his rematch for the world title, which he lost to Moose at Hard to Kill. And I mentioned it on one of my videos last night that Alex Shelley challenged Moose for the rematch for the world title in a, no pun intended, no surrender match, which he's going to explain on the show. We also got ABC, the Bullet Club, to shoot me for the love of God, of Ace Austin and Chris Bay, their best of 3 series with the grizzled young veterans, Drake and Gibson. That continues on. We don't have a second match yet, and they're feuding over the tag team belts. So we got that and more on TNA Impact Wrestling. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Alright, so we get a recap of last week's show. We got that. Then the opening sequence, we're ready to go on TNA Impact. And we start off with match number 1, a non-title X Division match with the champion, the 11-time champion, Chris Sabin, taking on John Skyler. Alright, we got that non-title match, like I said. Skyler talks about how he's looking forward to Mustafa Ali taking the X Division title when at No Surrender, most likely. And in a related note, Ali is sponsoring the match, and you can trust him. I don't know about that. Would you like to trust Mustafa Ali? I'd rather trust in Oscar, Kyrie, and Io, just saying. Or Donald Trump, but, you know. I don't want to trust you there, Mustafa Ali. I just don't. But anyway, we move on. Pretty competitive match. Back and forth they went. Lots of high flippy dippity doos here and there. But in the end, we get to the end. We get a distraction by Hotch. I don't know who that is. Maybe I typed that. Hotch. I thought it was Simon Gotch. But anyway. That distraction let Skyler hit a slingshot spear for a near fall, almost like a gotcha by Johnny Gargano for a near fall, and then Sabin comes back, hits the hell of a kick. Oh, you've been watching Sami Zayn tapes. I haven't used Chris Sabin. Then he finishes him off with a cradle shock, one of his patented moves, vintage Chris Sabin, 1, 2, 3, in a very lucky 7-Eleven. If you want it, you can get it at a 7-Eleven. Nachos, bacon, cheese. I missed that commercial. I haven't had a 7-Eleven commercial in a long time. But if you want it, you can get it at your 7-Eleven. So go over there and get it. But you have a squishy. But, you know, it is what it is. But pretty decent match. 3 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. Alright, then we see Alex Shelley ready to hurt Eddie Edwards, which is going to be our main event of the evening. We got that. We'll get to that later. We move on. Alright, match number 2, we go to the knockouts. The beautiful, hot knockouts. And we have the beautiful Puerto Rican hottie, Tasha Steelz. I met her a long time ago. I knew her from CCW. And Stardom. Well, not Stardom, Shimmer. But anyway, she takes on the newest member of the TNA Knockouts roster, who debuted at Hard to Kill, Xia Brookside. I know you. Anyway, pretty decent match. Little under 4.5 minutes. Back and forth they went. Near the end, we get a neck breaker by Xia for a near fall. She grabs the octopus, kind of mix it up a little bit. Not Red Velvet, maybe your mama's kitchen mix it up, but she mixes it up. Goes for the Brookside Bomb, which usually wins a match for her. But that gets broken up. And then Tasha rolls her up with a handful of panties. 1, 2, 3. Tasha Steelz gets the win. Not conventionally. What are you going to do? But she was playing the heel. So former women's champion Tasha Steelz gets the win. Unconventionally, but decent match. In itself, 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, we move on. Alright, then we go to the Bullet Club, the ABC. They're not happy with the loss last week to the Grizzled Young Veterans. And onto the Grizzled Young Veterans, jump them, and then they basically Pillmanize Ace Austin's arm in a crate. Ow! Oh, that really puts ABC in a pickle right now, because, you know, Ace Austin uses that arm for the Gilmore Cutter, if you know what I mean. If you can't hit the Gilmore Cutter with one arm, that's tough. I can hit it with one arm, but hard, but, you know, like my dick, but, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, so, Grizzly Young Veterans are really putting the champs in a pickle right now. Hopefully Ace Austin's arm is not broken or damaged severely, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Move on. Go to another segment. This time with, looked like Eric Young watching Frankie Kazarian's speech last week. And Kazarian's like, oh, I'm a regional, why is everybody messing with me? You know, I made TNA. Well, I made the X Division. Actually, you kind of did. Along with Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Sabin, Shelly, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, like 6,000 more people. You were just thrown in the mix. You know, Eric Young as well. So, yeah, so Eric Young's kind of watching what, Frankie Kazarian kind of turned on him at Hard to Kill, so what are you going to do? We move on with that. Alright, then, speaking of Kazarian, Jake something, that's his name, actually, it's not his real name, obviously, but that's his ring name. Jake something wants to know what was up with that. What was up with that? What's up with that? From Kazarian last week, they teased some violence. Maybe a match coming up, I don't know. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to another great X Division match. This was a very good match. Mike Speedball Bailey taking on Zachary Wentz, otherwise known as Nash Carter. We don't know who he is, but, one half of the Rascals with Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel's at ringside with Zachary Wentz. Back and forth match they went. 11-minute match. Lots of high flippy dibbity doos. And we get that. Getting to the end, Mike Bailey grabs something like a flipping downward spiral. Ooh, interesting. For a near fall. And we get the tornado kick in the corner. He throws up for the ultimate weapon. Final Fantasy VII reference? No, Final Fantasy everything reference. By the way, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out in 18 days! Oh, I played a demo. The demo is so good. Oh man, they had that Sephiroth fire scene in it. Oh, the graphics for that are just amazing. Oh, I mean, I saw that when the demo first came out. I didn't download the demo. Then after I downloaded the demo right away. But I saw that in the game. I was like, man, my freaking dick hard. Holy shit! That's not even the end game. There's 2 discs, but it's not even the end of the game. There's a lot of new stuff in there. And there's a 3rd game coming out, I think, next year or 2026. I don't know what the name of that is. But it's like remake, rebirth. I don't know what the next one is. But man, I've seen actual gameplay because people in like Spain bought it already. Because the gamers and everything they bought it already. But man, some like the gameplay, the battles are just amazing. The FMVs are clearly great. There's some new stuff in there, like Aerith singing, which wasn't in the original game. A lot of stuff. I mean, the stuff with Sephiroth and Cloud with Genova, that was freaking amazing. The fight with Genova is freaking insane. And then you fight Sephiroth around near the end. Oh, that fight is not even the end fight. I mean, when he goes on like God mode. Not yet. That's the last game. That's the final game. I don't know how they're gonna depict that. That's gonna be amazing. I think that final boss fight in the the trilogy is gonna be freaking epic. I don't know. It might take like 3 hours to beat Sephiroth. I mean, unless you know what you're doing. But the original game. I mean, I played it the first time. It took me a long time to freaking get up to like level, even a good level, like level 95, to beat Sephiroth. I mean, I had all the limit breaks. I was even lucky to get Knights of the Round. One of the main, the secret limit breaks. And have hero drinks and everything you can get to give you the advantage. And I barely beat Sephiroth with my main team of Cloud, Barrett, and Red 13, who was like level 95, 97. But thankfully, I got lucky sevens right near the end and whipped that out. Boom! Killed him. Even with knights around. The summons, I had a lot of summons too. Crazy. The basic ones. I think I finished them off with Titan. Not Titan, Rama. And I had Odin. I wanted to use Odin, but I didn't have enough magic points, which sucks. You have to use a lot of potions, high potions, X potions, mega X potions to beat Sephiroth. He's nuts. That's why they call him the ultimate boss, basically. Even though there's more ultimate than ultimate bosses in Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16. More ultimate than ultimate. It's crazy. So I have to do a lot of side quests, a lot of especially later on in Final Fantasy 12 and 15 and 16, you gotta do all the hunts and everything. Get more ability points, so get all the summons and everything, secret summons and all this shit. Craziness. Oh, damn. 12, 15, and 16 are long. Not as long as 12, but 15 and 16 are pretty long, but not as long as 12. 12 is like, forget it. It'll take you 3 years to actually beat the game. I'm exaggerating, of course, but it is what it is. But anyway, I think, Mike Bailey tries to load up the ultimate weapon, but Trey Miguel pulls him down, and then Zachary Wentz sets up the UFO cutter, wannabe Gilmore cutter, hits that, 1, 2, 3, in exactly 11 minutes, Mr. Zachary Wentz gets the win, even though he cheated. But match was pretty damn good, 3.25 out of 5 stars. See what happens with that. Mike Bailey's kind of fell from grace after winning the X Division title. And then, down you went. Looked like he was about to go for the world title. And then pretty much stunk. Clearly the better man won in this match. And that's pretty much it. But good match altogether. And then after the match, 2-1 beat down from the Rascals. And then Trent Seven, who, we forgot about him, right? Part of Mustache Mountain. Back in NXT UK and NXT, partly. Trent Seven, who now, like I said, debuted in TNA. He runs in for the save. And then Steve Macklin, former World Heavyweight Champion, he runs in. And then Dolph Ziggler comes out for the real actual save. A lot of chaos near the end of the match. But it's great to see Trent Seven and Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler in TNA, Mustafa Ali's in TNA, Dana Brooke, Ash Brown Elegance, stupid name. They're in TNA. But TNA right now, it's in a lot of chaos right now. I don't know why they fired Scott D'Amore. I know he wanted to buy, I think, Anthem Sports. He wanted something. And freaking Anthem Sports like, nope, you're out of here. For what reason, I still don't know. And now the president, Anthony Ciccione, or Ciccione, whatever his last name is, how you pronounce it, he's now the president, and he's the president of TNA, basically doing what Scott D'Amore's doing on a daily basis. And Anthem Sports still owns TNA. But pretty much they're killing it now, because they got rid of the best guy they had. And now a lot of people want Scott D'Amore, even freaking Bischoff on his podcast. He wants Scott D'Amore to go to AEW. I wouldn't blame him. I'd love to have Scott D'Amore in AEW. But then again, he might go to, I would say he can go to WWE. Because that had that thing with Jordan Grace, which I think came from Scott D'Amore. So maybe Hunter was like, hey, Scott D'Amore, come over here. And maybe Hunter will steal him away from Tony Khan. No, maybe put him on a creative team. We'll see where Scott D'Amore ends up. We got that. We move on. Alright, after that match, go to the knockouts once again. Tag team match. Got Savannah Evans and Giselle Shaw taking on former Knockouts champion, and in her last actual match in TNA, this is her final match, Trinity, Naomi, and the Knockouts champion, the lovely Jordynne Grace. Alright, Jay Vidal is out with Savannah Evans and Giselle Shaw. He's been with the group for a while now. Wasn't a great match per se. He does get involved a little bit, not too much. But in the end, Jordynne Grace hits a hard clothesline because she was in trouble near the end of the match. Hot tag to Trinity. Comes in, high cross body off the top for a 1 count on Savannah Evans. She hits the rear view for a near fall. And then Jordynne Grace comes in, drops Giselle Shaw, because I don't know if she cashed in that X Division title shot, not the X Division, so the world title, the women's title shot. I don't know if she cashed in yet, or it's going to happen at No Surrender. But anyway, Jordynne Grace drops Giselle Shaw, and then we got the Code Red by Trinity into Starstruck, which is, I guess, one of her new moves. Finishes off Savannah Evans in 6.5 minutes, so Jordynne Grace and Trinity get the win, and Trinity's final match in TNA. She's now going to be part of the SmackDown roster. She has a match on Friday night in the Elimination Chamber qualifying match against the beautiful Zelina Vega. Damn, I want both of them to go in, but I think in theory and logic, I think Naomi's going to win. Sucks for you, Zelina. I love you, girl, but come on. Damn, who the pick? I want Zelina to win. At least get a shot. But I just don't think she's going to win. I personally don't think she's going to win. I think they're going to give it to Naomi. And then I think Tiff, my daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton, Daddy! She's going to beat Shotzi. Shotzi's got a title shot on Tuesday night on NXT against Lyra Valkyria. I think we all know who's going to win that. Lyra. Obviously, Lyra Valkyria. I don't know where she's going to go at Roadblock, if she's going to defend the women's title at Roadblock against somebody. And then at Stand and Deliver, she's going to definitely defend. I would think against Tana Paxley, because she's going to get really annoyed. I mean, she's getting annoyed with her. She gets to the point, it's like, I fucking hate you, leave me alone! Fuck you, you want this belt? You can get a shot. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But, Trinity, good job in TNA. Goes down as one of the former Ring of Honor, TNA Knockouts champion. So, she did a very good job. Now, she's back in WWE, and we'll see what happens with her on the SmackDown roster. Former 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. And former Tag Team Champion, along with a certain girl named Mercedes Moné. Speaking of her, she's going to debut definitely at March on Big Business March 13th in Boston. And also, last night was the new beginning in Osaka, Japan. And it was Okada's last match. He went out, as a winner. Obviously, he's still the never openweight 6-man tag team champion with Tanahashi and Ishii. At least I missed that they dropped the belt. But, he went out, champion, got a good speech. Ospreay, Ocean Spray, his final match against, who did he fight? David Finlay. Kind of weird, because I saw parts of it, and they're in the ring, they have this, big cage around it. I'm like, what is this? I was like, am I watching FMW tapes? I'm like, what is this? That cage looked familiar. If you've been watching FMW not lately, but in the past, that cage looked really familiar. Like a landmine time bomb match with where's Onita when you need him? And freaking Hayabusa and Sabu, Terry Funk. Remember that, Terry, right? Oh, that cage was great! Forever! Okay, calm down. Calm down. I just asked a question. Oh, you're so... Okay, Terry, we know you're a hardcore legend in Japan. We know. Calm down. Have another beef jerky, whatever. But anyway, that cage looked very, really familiar. I was like asking on Twitter and asking on even on Instagram. Somebody put not the whole matchup, obviously. They put up pictures of it. I'm like, that cage looks familiar. That's from FMW. What was with the cage? I was like, is that a steel cage match, or just, it's like a Kennel from Hell match, or what is this? Weird. But anyway, Ocean Spray obviously got the win. Not even get the title, but the global title, like Mr. David Finlay has. But went out with a good old fashioned Gilmore like bang. He bowed to the Japanese crowd. So pretty much, United Empire technically ends. I mean, you still got Jeff Cobb. You got we still have Kyle Fletcher in a way, and you have who's the other guy? Can't think of his name. Mark Davis. You still kind of have, and the Great Okan, of course. Still kind of technically, United Empire and all that shit. But I don't know if they're gonna stick around as United Empire. But I mean, we'll see. But Ocean Spray is going to be debuting at, well, not debuting per se, but he is now going to AEW. He's going to be at Revolution against I don't know who. Okada's coming into AEW. Oh, sorry, Hunter. Sorry. There's reports that it's not official yet, but pretty much from Fightful.com and Sean Ross Sapp, that schmuck. Pretty much, Okada's going to AEW along with Mercedes Moné. So, but that was given. Mercedes going to AEW, finally. So, big business is going to be a big show. Not that big show, but, Mercedes is going to debut. It's in Boston, so it kind of fits. And, Okada is the lane maker. He likes that money, so why not debut Okada on the show? I mean, not debut per se, but, have Okada on the show. I mean, he loves the money. Why not? And then bring in, you can't, Ocean Spray on the show. Still, that would be epic, but still, we already saw him in AEW for so long, so. But now he's actually all elite. He was just working with New Japan on and off. So, now his contract is over. He finishes his obligations. Same thing with Okada. Mercedes Moné is getting medically cleared pretty soon. She's been on the AEW payroll since, I think, 2 months ago. 2-3 months ago, at least. Or maybe more, I don't know. But she's on the payroll now. She's getting paid, not even there. I'd like to have that contract, I sign and I'm not working. I'm getting paid every week. I just make appearances. Maybe once in a while I'll make an appearance. Like, away from TV. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, let me finish this off. Alright, so, we get that. So, Trinity and Jordan Grace get the win. Match was alright. 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to the back. We have Cody Deaner. He's at a crossroads right now in his life. But then, Top Dollar, AJ Francis. By the way, I'm still I don't like Top Dollar as a wrestler. Because he sucks. We all know he sucks. Flop Dollar, right? But, he was at the media scrum in Vegas. And, he's hanging out with, I think it was Nick House and Sean Ross Sapp. He's hanging out with Issa. They went on the roller coaster together. They're having fun. I'm not gonna say anything more bad about Mr. AJ Francis, but, still, stay away from wrestling, just because you suck. But, kind of getting a little bit, not too much, but a little bit of respect for the guy now. If you're friends with Issa, you're friends with me, too, so, in a way. But, it is what it is. So, AJ Francis comes in, offers his services, and Cody's like, well, I got a problem with Joe Hendry, and they just like, don't say his name! And then we hear, say his name, and he appears. I believe in Anthony Henry. I believe in Joe Hendry. And Dina does the clap. So Hendry just pops up out of nowhere. He says, well, nobody likes you, Top Dollar. And then he threatens Joe Hendry. And then he's like, I'm out of here. And then Cody Deaner makes a threat to Joe Hendry. Uh-oh. And then Hendry's like, ooh, like the Yes Boys. So I got that. That's kind of interesting, you know. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, we move on with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to your quickie match of the night. 30-second match. We have Khan! I don't know. Khan. Kate, not Kwan. Not Bishop Kwan. I know not Kwan. It's Khan! Not Tony Khan. Not Nick Khan. It's Khan. K-O-N. This big man. He takes on two Hammond-Eggers named Richard Adonis. No relation to Ashanti the Adonis. By the way, speaking of Ashanti the Adonis, him and Cedric Alexander are forming a tag team called Rags and Riches. Why not? They got something to do. They need something to do. They're basically in catering. Why not? Team them up. See what happens. Alright, so Richard Adonis and Ori Gold. Some Hammond-Eggers, I guess, some indie guys. Basically, this Khan guy is freaking insane. Choke slam on Richard Adonis. Bing, bang, boom, 30 seconds, good night. So that's it. Didn't rate it. Unrated, so it's basically 0. Dud. Not a dud per se, but, you know, unrated. And then the lights go out. Sabu! No, Sabu doesn't come out. But the crazy Frankenstein monster, PCO, he comes out on the freaking stage. They're freaking electrocuting him to wake up. PCO, his medics revive him, because he's, like, dead. But then Khan breaks it up to start a big fight. Security tries to break that up. Yeah, like, how many security guards? A little bit more than 4. But they try to break this thing up. That's not gonna work. PCO gets a running start, dies onto everybody, and the brawl continues. Khan plants him on the ramp. Ow! PCO is down for like 3 seconds and just like rises up like The Undertaker. Former Ring of Honor champion, by the way. Former TNA World Champion. Then they fight into the back. We go to break. So I can only imagine what these two guys are gonna get into. Monsters Ball, I don't know. Freaking, if you thought Moose and PCO in that hardcore match was crazy, and freaking Moose, like, looked like he was gonna, like, powerbomb PCO on a bed of freaking, cinder blocks and tacks, and he kind of missed. And then freaking PCO's back of his head just like, boink! Oh! Damn! Freaking Pierre Carl Ouellet is like 56 years old doing this shit. Guy is nuts! He's nuts, dude. But anyway, so that brawl I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, more. Alright, then we're going to Josh Alexander, former X Division champion, former two-time TNA World Champion. He faces, basically, number 5, Alan Angels. Decent match, not great. In the end, Angels tries for his own C4 spike. That gets counted into an ankle lock, so Alan Angels gets to the ropes to break it up. And then Josh Alexander hits the powerbomb backbreaker. Then he locks in the ankle lock, and Alan Angels tapped out in just under 4 minutes. That's pretty much it. We move on with that. So that's it. So, decent match. Gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. After the match, Josh Alexander celebrates with the fans, but then one of the fans jumps him, sends him into the ring steps. I'm like, who the hell is this? What the hell? And then he takes off his hood, and it's Simon Gotch. We haven't seen him in a while. And Matthew Wainwald, who's the we all know him as Aiden English, all the Vaudevillains. He's there, it's like, hey, I know that guy! And then, they go to break, they come back, and, Tom Phillips is like, hey, did you have anything to do with that? No. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm feeling a Vaudevillains return. A reunion, if you will. But yeah, Simon Gotch is back. I haven't seen him in a long time in wrestling, per se, but he's there, and he's taking on, he took out Josh Alexander. And, Aiden English like, I don't know what happened. Who's this guy? See what happens with that. We move on. Alright, then we get a No Surrender rundown. Can I get the card? Let me see if I can get the card. I gotta leave soon, so... Let me see if I can get the... Let me quickly see if I can get the card for No Surrender. For TNA. TNA No Surrender. 2024. I think this is it. Let me just check. Actually, I do have it. Surprisingly, I have it. Surprisingly, sometimes Wikipedia doesn't have it. It has the different version. Alright, so, February the 23rd, the night before the Elimination Chamber, in Westwego, Louisiana, outside of New Orleans, I guess, at the Hilario Center. Alright, so we got that. Alright, we only got 3 matches that are announced. Chris Sabin defending the X Division title against Mustafa Ali. Definite title change. We'll see. Jordan Grace against Giselle Shaw with the Chantarage. Savannah Evans and Jade Vidal for the Knockouts World title. Jordan Grace has to retain there. I met Giselle Shaw like a couple months ago. Yeah, she's good. She's nice. She's nice. I talked to her about TNA. Same thing with Taya. Talk to her about Johnny, her husband, hey, how's Johnny doing? Oh, she's doing fine. Took a picture, it's on my Facebook page, and my Instagram. So. And you say it, I don't meet people. It's a Make-A-Wish thing. No. Shut up. Anyway, we got that, and then, the TNA World Title match, No Surrender Rules, which I'll get to in a minute, Moose with the System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. Good old Brian Myers takes on Alex Shelley with the Intergalactic Jet Setters of Kushida and Kevin Knight. That's a great name. The Intergalactic Jet Setters. And they're fighting their arch nemesis, the ambiguously gay duo. No, kidding. I'm kidding. Or am I? But that sounds like a Japanese anime right there. But anyway. Alright, move on. Alright, then we find out what's coming on next week's show. And then we go to your main event of the evening, Eddie Edwards and Alex Shelley. Pretty good match. Alicia Edwards comes out, Eddie's wife. Hot wife, by the way. Also a distraction to break everything up after a figure 4 attempt. Then an overhead belly to belly gives Eddie a breather. Then a knee to face gets a 1 count. Shelley gets right back up with goes to shell shock. Not that shell shock from Rayback, feed me more. Not that one. Alicia distracts Shelley again, which allows Eddie to get a near fall off a fruit roll-up. Goes to the Boston Knee Party, missed, and then Shelley inside cradle, 1, 2, 3, he gets the win. Pretty decent match, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Under 14-minute match to end the show. That was that. And then after the match, Brian Myers comes in for a beatdown. And then Kevin Knight and Kushida come out and make the save to end the show. And that's pretty much it. And then we found out, not on the show, I think we found out on Twitter or somewhere, that the No Surrender rules for this No Surrender match, the No Surrender rules for the match, basically, Brian Myers is going to be at ringside. Got 2 cornermen. So Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers will be the cornermen for Mr. for Moose, of course, and Alex Shelley will have Kushida and Kevin Knight in his corner, and the object to win the match is to render your opponent beat him up so bad that the cornermen have to throw in the towel. So it's basically a throw in the towel match. With it's just called No Surrender at a pay-per-view called No Surrender. How fitting! What a concept! But we get all that. Alright, that's it. So, pretty good episode of TNA Impact Wrestling this week. And I gave it respectful 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show if you watched it. Down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, peace!